billion, and they quickly got to work. We got an F1 app almost immediately, and teams were allowed to show us more from behind the scenes. One of Liberty's most important deals was with Netflix, which in 2019 brought us Drive to Survive. The effect? An almost 70% rise in viewership for races in the US alone. It's massively benefited Formula One online too, with a rise from 7.8 million followers across its social media platforms in 2016 to around 50 million today. New eyes are on the sport too, with
in golf history.
Obviously, there was the one-year delay because of COVID, but once it was announced, Bethpage, New York, Ryder Cup, as we all know, has gotten to be so big. I think everybody's been waiting for this more than any other event that I can recall. It's kind of crazy.
Senior golf writer Alex Myers there. Well, the lineups for the foursomes are announced at 9 tonight UK time, and we'll have live updates throughout the weekend. And Frank Warren has exclusively told talkSPORT Derek Chisora still doesn't have an opponent for his 50th fight.
I don't know yet. It's something we've got to sort out. We've got quite a way to go yet before we officially announce that. So, but when we do, we do. We've got some great cards coming up, but I just can't give you any information on that at the moment because we were looking at an opponent, but that opponent's no longer available. So we've got to fish around and hunt for a new one.
Get more from Jim and Simon's chat with the head of Queensberry Promotions on the talkSPORT Boxing YouTube channel. And of course, there's plenty more, as always, at talksport.com.
Good morning to you. Welcome along to Friday's early breakfast here on talkSPORT. We're building up to Big Alan Brazil alongside Ray Parlour on talkSPORT Breakfast at 6 o'clock this morning. But coming up for you now, over the next hour with all the details, here's our Nick Ellerby. Nick, good morning.
Hey, how you doing? Happy Friday. We'll start at Ibrox, where 40... You happy? Is this you happy about Rangers or you...
Better both.
All right. 14,000 Rangers fans didn't even bother turning up as they were beaten by Genk. Unai Emery's Aston Villa got a much-needed win over Bologna. But what's going on with Ollie Watkins? Another penalty miss, 9 games without a goal. We'll unpack the action in the Europa League last night and take a look at Kane versus Rooney. Who's better? What's going to happen if Kane gets injured for England? The talkSPORT voices are having their say. We'll look ahead to tonight's championship action and, of course, a huge weekend in the Ryder Cup. Come on, boys! As always, you can get involved on the usual number, 03717 22 3344. We go again.
Oh, we do indeed. We march on, people, to early breakfast here on talkSPORT with Adrian Flux. Insurance for the individual. Find out more at adrianflux.co.uk. How have you been all of my life? I've not seen you in a week. Are you well?
Oh, good. I'm so excited. The office is absolutely buzzing for the Ryder Cup. We cannot wait. You know, Europe are strong. America have got this whole sort of mercenary thing. Do you reckon they can do it?
Yes, I think Team Europe will win.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
You got some money on it?
I do have some money on it.
Do you?
Little.
Well, so the Americans are favourites. Brazil said he's put a little wager on the Europeans to do it as well.
Yeah, I mean, have you got anything on?
I'm not a betting man.
Not even a cheeky little
I've got enough vices, thank you. Don't need another one.
I'm literally just the majors. That's it. I'll stick a bet on.
Yeah.
But I know this is what they all say, but it goes quite well on a bet.
Does it?
Yes.
Are you up in life?
Especially the golf.
Yeah.
So no, I'm really looking forward to this weekend. We're all getting underway today. And I'm here on Weekend Breakfast with Tony Cascarino, and he's been talking about this for weeks.
Oh my God.
He's like, just every screen in the studio has to be wall-to-wall Ryder Cup action. So yeah, everybody getting stuck in about it. I'm not going to see Jamie Aherne. God knows where he's going.
Well, exactly.
Well, they've got all their golf groups now meet, and they'll have a round of golf, and then they'll go and watch the Ryder Cup in whatever basement will have them.
I mean, it's not been done for 15 years, but, you know, Europe, almost the same team as from Rome 2 years ago, only one change, but it's just for a brother. So the team photo, I mean, they're identical twins, aren't they, Horgas? So the team photo looks the same.
It's so weird. It's so weird. I mean, I obviously have a fascination with twins. I'm a twin.
Yeah.
I have twins.
Right.
My dad's a twin.
Oh my God.
My grandparents' siblings were twins. So twins runs in our family. But when I see identical twins, I'm like, how is this? This is just so weird.
You like the Murphys as well? I like the Jacob and Josh Murphy. Cracking players, those boys.
But how are they both so good at golf?
Oh, yeah. Well,
They're literally identical.
because they're as good as each other, aren't they?
It's just weird. I love it. Fascinating. Anyway, in other news, you can let us know your weird twin stories. Looking at the back pages for you, it's all about the Ryder Cup, all the build-up starting all through the week. Back page of the Times is a picture of Keegan Bradley, the US captain, running through Bethpage Black yesterday, flying the flag, the Star-Spangled Banner. He's looking happy. Rory McIlroy, back pages as well. Rory tells Euro pals, blow him away. He looks in really good form, doesn't he? He's happy, smiling. He loves this event. Stars and swipes is the Telegraph headline. Deschambault deployed to fire up fans and powder keg start. UEFA members in favour of banning Israel is at back page of the Times. It's an exclusive by Martin Ziegler. We're going to go through the papers in more detail with Nick in about 15 minutes time, so he will give you the details in that story. And also back page of the Daily Mail. Away we go. Rory urges Europe to make Ryder Cup history in New York. Brilliant stuff. All of the Ryder Cup action keeping you posted today here on talkSPORT, because our Rupert Bell is in New York at the moment having some fun. So we'll hear from him across the day here on talkSPORT. Let's start on last night's action, shall we? Because Russell Martin, the guy can't catch a break under huge pressure at Rangers. They were booed off again at Ibrox after another defeat, this time at home to Belgian side Genk in the Europa League. talkSPORT's David Tanner was watching through his fingers.
Rangers 0, Genk 1. Russell Martin's false start as Rangers manager has got worse as the supporters stayed away. Ibrox, an internationally renowned pressure cooker on European nights, had almost 14,000 empty seats for Rangers' European League opener. Now, Rangers were holding their own in the first half when Mohamed Diomande was rightly sent off for a two-period lunge. In first half stoppage time, a VAR-influenced penalty for Genk was missed by ex-Celtic forward who had his kick saved superbly well by Jack Butland. Did score 10 minutes into the second half, a clinical finish from the right-hand side of the box, and thought he'd scored a second goal 20 minutes from time, but he was offside on a terrifically fast counter-attack for the Belgians. That's how it finished for Rangers. Guess what? They were booed off, but they have been all season, and the Belgians are celebrating with their fans in front of me now. Rangers 0, Genk 1.
David Tanner there watching the game at Ibrox for us yesterday, and oh no! What you don't want is a former Celtic man scoring at Ibrox to defeat you in Europe. Just a really bad time for Russell Martin. I honestly do not know how he turns it around. I don't. It's a tough place to be. It's a tough ask. You're second bottom in the league table and you're losing in Europe. Russell Martin was asked for an assessment of his side's latest performance.
Well, I'm disappointed we lose. The red card changed the game a lot. I was looking forward to getting a half-time and getting a few key points across to help the performance. We started fine, we had a bit of control, and then we had a 10-minute spell where Bruges got on top because we just didn't look after the ball anywhere near well enough. Forced it a little bit, and then we defended too deep because we didn't take care of each other with the ball. And then I thought we rode that out, and it looked like we were getting a bit of control back, and then Dio gets sent off, so it's frustrating for us, really frustrating. All I would say, the willingness to take the ball with 10 men, and the togetherness they showed, I liked. I asked them to be really aggressive and not just defend for 45 minutes to try and get a draw and get a point. So I thought we looked a threat. And they had a couple of moments, but they didn't cut us open. It wasn't like we were defending relentlessly, and we had a couple of moments ourselves. But like they had a lot of balls that went across the goal, and it looked scarier than it is. And a couple of them were offside, but they don't bother going offside because it's a goal kick to us. So yeah, I'm frustrated. The red card changed a lot, but I'm proud of the efforts in the second half.
Oh, there, Russell Martin. But you know what? Just sit and address the media after another defeat. 14,000 fans didn't turn up last night. Ibrox looked quiet. Another sending off. Is that 5 with Russell Martin at Rangers? Again, I'm looking at the replay. I'm not sure it was a sending off, so perhaps they've been unlucky there. But just really, really poor. 03717 223344. Rangers fans, is it time, like now, like maybe yesterday, for the board to start looking for a new manager? Or is there anything, any glimmers of hope where you think, yeah, Russell Martin could be the man for us? 03717 223344 is the number. Meanwhile, Aston Villa, they scraped a 1-0 win at home to Bologna, their first of the season. Difficult start they've had, Villa. John McGinn scored the only goal of the game, smashing in a rebound from outside the area. Ollie Watkins' goal drought, that continues. He's gone 9 games now without a goal, the longest dry spell of his professional career. Something's not right there. Watkins came on for Malin in the second half, winning a penalty, but his tame effort was saved. Leanne Sanderson was watching for talkSPORT.
Celtic are miles ahead.
Oh,
They're
Leanne.
no miles ahead.
Leanne.
But that wasn't my point, but it's turned into my point. This was the year for Rangers to take that title back after having new owners and spending some money. And within 5 games, Russell Martin is literally...
Leanne, are you there, Leanne? Because that wasn't Leanne Sanderson. Let's try now. Leanne Sanderson was watching Aston Villa at Villa Park. Oh, she's not there. Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, after the game, Unai Emery was a bit happier with his side performance, obviously coming away with a win. That was a much-needed win for Aston Villa. We heard from him after the game, speaking to talkSPORT. Unai Emery.
The match was not easy because they want to play getting duels in all the field, in all the pitch, and they are always pressing the ball, and you have to try to get duels as well, because doing passes, it was not enough. And we played well, and even if we were more clinical in the moment we had in attacking third, we could get something more. But overall in 90 minutes, I think we can feel again a little bit better than the last matches, and I am happy as well because the supporters today they came here to support and to help us. The stadium was full more or less, and I think we had to be motivated, everybody, Aston Villa club, Aston Villa supporters, Aston Villa players, Aston Villa coaches, Aston Villa workers, everybody, through this competition to try to be protagonists as well, and then to work quickly again, recovering everything to prepare the match on Sunday.
Unai Emery there speaking after the game. So yeah, side getting a win. He'd called them lazy, hadn't he, last week after another game without a win, but to come away with a goal and a win last night in Europe, they'll be happy enough with that. Can they kick on from here? Aston Villa fans, 03717 223344. Ollie Watkins is trending on social media this morning. Some fans having sympathy, saying he's lacking confidence. Some fans saying, what on earth is going on? And Harry Kane's been getting a lot of plaudits, hasn't he, at the moment for the job that he's doing, still banging in the goals for fun at Bayern Munich. And that conversation comes up as who is going to be Harry Kane's understudy at the World Cup next year. If Ollie Watkins isn't up to the job, who is next in line from Harry Kane? 03717 223344. Is it Ivan Toney? Delap? I mean, he's going to be out to December anyway. Dominic Solanke, he's been a bit missing at the moment. Or will it be Marcus Rashford? You can have your say. 81089 03717 223344 is the number. You're listening to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT with me, Shebahn Aherne, and Adrian Flux. Insurance for the individual. Find out more at adrianflux.co.uk. Coming up next, we'll get into this morning's back pages. Good morning, welcome to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT with Adrian Flux. Get a tailor-made quote for your commercial vehicle. Search adrianflux.co.uk. Big Alan Brazil back on talkSPORT Breakfast this morning with Ray Parlour, 6 o'clock. We're talking about Ollie Watkins, a bit off it at the minute. He missed another penalty for Aston Villa last night. What happens if Harry Kane, touch wood, isn't fighting fit next summer at the World Cup? Who's the Harry Kane understudy in your opinion? 03717 3344 is the number if you fancy a little blether on that. Would it be Marcus Rashford? Is it Delap? Is it Solanke? You can have your say. Something to ponder. Some of your other headlines this Friday. Team Europe begin their defence of golf's Ryder Cup this lunchtime in New York. John Ram, Tyrrell Hatton will lead Luke Donald's side in the first round of foursomes. Team USA have picked Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas to face them. I can't wait. Hasib Hamid hit a century as Nottinghamshire claimed Cricket County's championship title on day 2 against Warwickshire. They reached 300 runs in their first innings to secure the 2 batting points needed to pip Surrey to the trophy. And Nathan Jabulu scored a try in his debut as Sale kicked off the new Gallagher Prem season with a 27-10 win against Gloucester. talkSPORT spoke to Sale Sharks director Alex Sanderson to find out what he made of the performance.
Mature at times, composed, and maybe lacking a bit of execution at times as well. But the first 2 kind of overriding some of the execution and the missed opportunities. I was just impressed with how they didn't get frustrated and start chasing the game that we were massively in control of. So a lot of what we were doing was good. Last year that might have happened. We might have started spiralling a little bit in terms of our mentality, and they didn't tonight. So it bodes well for the rest of the season.
And Bath begin their Prem defence with a trip to Twickenham Stoop to take on Harlequins tonight. Also Owen Farrell back in the Prem as well. Nice pictures of him today by Alex Lowe, a piece inside the Times. Leader and crooner King Farrell back on his throne. Their way to Newcastle Falcons. Looking at that picture of Owen Farrell surrounded by trophies. Good to see him back. Right, let's get stuck into the big story of the day. The Ryder Cup build up. Everyone at talkSPORT really looking forward to this. There's that kind of like buzz in the office that it's a big tournament and these are the things that we get really buzzed up for. It's been bigger and louder than ever before, the hype for this one. You've got the rowdy New York fans. Matt Fitzpatrick's parents says they're staying away because of the abuse they'd received before. That's the thing, you don't really get abuse in golf, do you? I mean, football players, I don't agree with it whatsoever. I'm not saying that this should be part of the game, but they're so used to getting abuse that their parents get it, their siblings get it, their partners get it. Whereas golfers, they're not kind of used to that, especially their families, so you feel for them. Donald Trump's appearance today at Bethpage Black possibly having an effect on what the fans can do and where they can go due to extra security checks. I think it's absolutely piddling down as well. I think yesterday not many fans out and about at times because the thunderstorms were so bad. Luke Donald's gone strong with his foursomes pairings today. John Ram will drive Europe on the first tee, partnered by Tyrrell Hatton. They're up against Bryson DeChambeau and Justin Thomas. A lot has been made of the European team unity, by the way. They've only made one change from Rome 2 years ago. Will that be a factor this weekend? Ryder Cup winner Jamie Donaldson explains why the Europeans have a better camaraderie.
If you're in Europe and you're in a hotel, right, and you don't know who to go out for dinner with or you've not arranged something, if you just rock up in reception, there'll be someone there and you'll just go out for dinner with them and have a bit of crack. And you might not necessarily know them, but you will by the end of the night. And that's what it's like. But if you're in America, it's literally room service trays down the corridor in every hotel that you'd stay in, and you don't see anybody out and about after 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. Where in Europe, it's polar opposite.
Yeah, one change from the team a couple of years ago. You think there's obviously a good unity there, a good bond with the majority of the players. I mean, we're even hearing, you look at Luke Donald and Keegan Bradley. I want to say, are they neighbours? They live in like the same kind of community as well in Florida. So there is a lot of togetherness with Team Europe, and hopefully it will play a big part. Just really hope they rise to the occasion and I think definitely our team will be able to handle that pressure a little bit more. I really, really think that's the case. The biggest story in the build-up to the Ryder Cup has been the Americans asking for money for the first time, and the Europeans have been able to take the moral high ground, saying they're playing for something bigger that money cannot buy. This is something that was debated yesterday on Drive between Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent. Should you ever get paid for representing your country?
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, really.
Oh, there is such a wrong answer. The wrong answer is yes, you should be paid.
You think you should be paid?
No, that's the wrong answer. No, it should be just an honour and a privilege.
Right, see, when I got into the England squad, I didn't know about this until a pay package came through. I did not know. I was with you. I thought, like, it almost becomes irrelevant. And I know for everyone, money's not irrelevant. But when you represent your country, money's the last thing on your mind because you're thinking, oh my goodness, I could be about to become an England international. Do you know what I mean? I've been dreaming as a kid to play for my country. It might be a realisation about to happen. And it was only afterwards when I got the slip come through and you go, oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. But yeah, I mean, if the charity is going, if the money's going to charity, then I think the honour of, as you said, they're representing the country should be enough. But I don't have a problem with the players getting paid for their country if they're donating some of it to charity.
I do.
A lot of it, I think, is going to be donated to charity, isn't it? I think that was one of the conversations had. I think even now with England men's footballers, the money they get, the majority of it does go to charity. I mean, these golfers are absolutely wedged up. So I think the fact that money has been asked for, but not so keen on that. But look, Donaldson said it in the captain's speech, didn't he, in the opening ceremony? We're not here for money. We want to leave a legacy. And I went, yes, Luke, more of that, please. Do you know who Luke Donald's neighbour is?
Was it Keegan Bradley?
No.
Who is it?
Michael Jordan.
No way.
I think so, yeah. Maybe I've made that up, but I'm pretty sure it was in The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan documentary. I think they were playing golf together. I want to say they're neighbours.
I tell you what I think about the monies thing. Like, if in a few years' time, if the Americans keep getting paid, do you think the Europeans will eventually just say, well, we should get some money as well?
Yeah, of course.
After a while.
Yeah, I mean, I think... how much money are we talking here?
Well, so the Americans are getting $500,000. $300,000 is definitely going to charity. $200,000 is up to them what they're going to do with it. Scotty Scheffler's giving all of his to charity, but they've not all said what they're doing with the money. So, you know, it's just that it just allows Europe to take the moral high ground. Some good texts in this morning from Logan. I'd rather have Harry Maguire up front over Ollie Watkins and Dominic Solanke.
Oh, Logan.
Lee Ashton, Jude Bellingham as Kane's understudy. He played as a striker in his first season at Real Madrid and was prolific.
Okay.
And this is from Anonymous. Rangers should go for Danny Röhl. Apparently he was on their shortlist for the job. He's now available after leaving Sheffield Wednesday. Was highly regarded when he was Hansi Flick's number 2 at Bayern Munich and the German national side. That's from Max. Cheers, Max.
Thanks, Max. You can let us know your thoughts this morning. Russell Martin, is it just time? 810 89 03717 22 334. And who will be Kane's understudy next year at the World Cup? Because Ollie Watkins isn't looking the usual Ollie Watkins. Nick, what else is on today's
Absolutely not. On the subject of Harry Kane, so in the Sun Sport, they've got an exclusive from Martin Lipton saying that a US consortium's launched a world record £4.5 billion takeover bid for Tottenham Hotspur.
Ooh.
Sun Sport saying here that this tech entrepreneur, a guy called Brooklyn Eric, he's a former DJ, he's also worked for NASA. He's put together a 12-man group. He's offering £3.3 billion to buy the club outright from Enoch and the Lewis family. And he's said they're also ready to set aside another $1.2 billion for a player budget. And he wants this all sorted and given Premier League approval by December, allowing them to come in and, so he says, have an instant impact in the January transfer window.
Ooh.
Apparently Spurs yet to receive a formal offer, but plans afoot. I mean, when Levy left or was asked to leave, we all sort of imagined that this might be the case, that something was happening behind the scenes.
Former DJ, Brooklyn DJ.
Yeah, Brooklyn Eric. He used to be a DJ. He worked for NASA. He's a tech entrepreneur. But yeah, that package would be more than the 4.25 billion that Bowley's group paid for Chelsea. So
wow. That is incredible.
Massive.
I mean, like you say, a formal offer still to be presented to the club. But we'll keep tabs on that. Very, very interesting. And also doing the rounds yesterday and in the back pages today, can you talk to us about UEFA and this favour of banning Israel?
Yeah, this is a very interesting story. We're not going to get into the politics of the decision. It's not something we tend to do on talkSPORT. But UEFA, we understand, is probably going to ban Israel from their own competitions. They're set to make a decision at a members' meeting next week. We understand most of the executive committee are in favour of a ban. And if UEFA suspend Israel, it basically means that it probably won't be able to qualify for the World Cup next summer. They're in a group with Italy and Norway. They're currently third in the group. They've only qualified for one World Cup before in 1970, but this time is 64 teams, so there's a lot bigger chance of teams going through. We know that Donald Trump is trying to work behind the scenes to stop that happening, to allow Israel to go to the World Cup. Israel, some people might be wondering why Israel is in UEFA at all, because they're not in Europe, but they basically, a lot of the Arab Asian countries and Muslim Asian countries refused to play against them, so they had to move over to UEFA because it was just becoming sort of untenable. So it's a sorry situation for Israel's footballers, but we expect UEFA to make that decision next week. Also weird for Infantino because he's really pally with Trump, but he's also very pally with the Gulf states. So I think for Infantino at FIFA, he's probably thinking, well, I'm just going to stay out of this one and see what happens.
Okay, Nick, thank you very much for that. More from Nick a little bit later on in the show. You're listening to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Coming up next, is Harry Kane replaceable? Think about it. Who would replace Harry Kane at the World Cup next year? The phone lines are open. You can give us a bell. 03717 22 3344 is the number. You're listening to Early Breakfast on talkSPORT. Good morning.
Well, it's a busy day in North London with two key bits of news to bring you. We start with the red half, as it's our understanding William Saliba has agreed a long-term contract with Arsenal. His current deal had been due to expire in the summer of 2027, with Real Madrid interested in luring him to Spain. talkSPORT's chief football correspondent is Alex Crook.
I think when Andrea Berta was appointed as Arsenal sporting director, he was tasked with making sure that Saliba committed his future.
Well, on the other side of North London, we understand Spurs are keen to take up their option of signing João Paulinho permanently. Now, this evening, it's Villa's turn to kick off their European campaign. The stats suggest, at least in the Premier League, it hasn't been a great start to the new season, though. But Gabby Agbonlahor is confident Emery and co can turn things around.
There is problems, of course there is, but nothing that can't be addressed on the training pitch.
Hear them take on Bologna live right here on talkSPORT. Kickoff is at 8. On the eve of the Ryder Cup, talkSPORT's been told this might be one of the most hyped-up events in golf history.
I think everybody's been waiting for this more than any other event that I can recall. It's kind of crazy.
Senior golf writer Alex Myers there, and the lineups for the foursomes are announced at 9 tonight UK time. We'll also have, of course, live updates throughout the weekend.
Good morning, how's it going? You're listening to Early Breakfast on talkSPORT with Adrian Flux. The cover you need at a price you'll love with What's Fans and Shooter of the Year 2021. You can always find out more at adrianflux.co.uk. Shebahn with you here until 6 o'clock, and then in the capable, did I say capable hands? Of Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour on talkSPORT Breakfast. They are buzzing for the Ryder Cup. We'll be building up to what is one of the most incredible sporting events all morning for you here on talkSPORT. Some of your other headlines you're waking up to today: England got a confidence boosting victory against India in their warm-up match ahead of the Women's Cricket World Cup. It was captain Nat Skyver-Brunt scored 122 runs on the way to a 150-run win for her team. Cameron Norrie faces a tough challenge in his opening match of the China Open. He takes on Daniil Medvedev this morning, and there's also a hard task in store for Katie Bolter, who faces US Open runner-up Amanda Anisimova in round 2 of the women's competition. And the eliminators in Rugby League's Super League get underway tonight, with Lee hosting Wakefield. For more on all of these stories, jump onto our website at talksport.com. So Aston Villa got a win last night, a much needed win in Europe. They beat Bologna at home at Villa Park 1-0. Ollie Watkins was on the bench last night. He came on, managed to get a penalty, missed the penalty. His 7th miss out of 13 to continue his poor run of form. That's 9 games so far this season without a goal. What is going on with Ollie Watkins? And is he Harry Kane's understudy in this current form? You've got a World Cup just around the corner. Who would be in that place of Harry Kane? Is it Solanke? Will it be Delap if he's back and fit? Come in December, I think he's out till. Will it be Marcus Rashford? You can have your say on that this morning. 03717223344 81089. And tonight, Harry Kane could become the fastest to reach 100 goals for a club in Europe's top 5 leagues. He's got 98 in 103 games for Bayern Munich. Take a bow, Harry Kane. Previously, both Ronaldo and Haaland got to 100 goals in 105 games for Madrid and Manchester City. So Kane needs 2 tonight against Werder Bremen to break the record. For some reason, Kane still has his critics. You know who you are. But let's put some respect on the man's name. Wayne Rooney told Rio Ferdinand Presents this week that Kane is England's best ever striker.
He's a clever lad, Harry, and he knows he's never been the quickest. But I think he's lost a little bit of sharpness. He scored, how many goals he scored last season for Bayern? He's a goal scorer, he's clinical, but he's clever in terms of the positions he's picking up. And it's allowing. I watched Bayern Munich in the Club World Cup, and then it was almost like Totti for Roma, where you drop in and then there's runners off him. But gradually, as the ball got further forward and they might come back out and went back around the other side, he then makes his way in the box. So it's not a sprint, but he's in there and he's in the round there. And if he gets a chance, he scores. For me, he's the greatest ever England number 9. Player, I'm not sure. I think I could do things which potentially he couldn't. I was nastier than him as well. But in terms of goal scorer, he creates goals. You watch, and people say like, oh, he scored against San Marino or this team, or he scores every game. And does he play well all the time? No. But for me, he's above everyone.
Oh, the thoughts of Wayne Rooney on Harry Kane. I feel he's covered all bases there so well. He's speaking about how clinical Kane is, his consistency. But I think where all people have the debate is who is the better player. I think Wayne Rooney was the all-round better player. And then also you look at trophies. Look at Wayne Rooney's trophy cabinet compared to that of Harry Kane's, but you cannot take it away from him. I don't know why he still gets criticised. There was a guy in the last international break called talkSPORT. Remember this, Nick? It's like, you can't say Harry Kane's world class. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so hard to please. Seriously. Get out more. Yeah, people say the same about Erling Haaland as well. What are you talking about? Seriously, he does his job. Yet you're still there taking it away from him. On Breakfast yesterday, Alan Brazil and Gabby Agbonlahor debated if Kane is the Premier League's best ever number 9.
A lot of people are saying Harry's coming to the end. Rubbish, absolutely rubbish. But it's interesting what Wayne says, the greatest England have ever had. I would argue with that one, I think.
Okay, so at their peak, who's the better striker then?
Rooney.
I think Shearer was magnificent.
Rooney's a better player than Shearer.
Better than Shearer?
Yeah. Rooney was better than Shearer. Like Rooney, like you said there, not just the nasty part he had, but Rooney could run in behind that Harry Kane has really had the pace to do so. Passing.
Shearer had everything. Alan Shearer.
Very good player, but I think Rooney, for me, was a better player.
Wayne was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But then you go back to Jimmy Greaves. Jimmy Greaves was the best finisher.
Lineker.
Unbelievable. Lineker was all pace, wasn't he? Lineker was all pace, whereas Shearer, and don't get me wrong, Gary was a great player, but he was all pace, whereas Shearer,
every finish,
header, tough, right foot, left foot, get in the box, defend. Shearer had everything.
Great to hear all the different opinions on that. Always a good conversation to have. Alan Brazil and Gabby Agbonlahor. Who was the best Premier League striker? And is it Harry Kane? I mean, the fact that he's nearly at 100 club goals, absolutely incredible. There's a good piece in him in the Times today, and the amount of hat-tricks he's scored as well. Last Saturday, Kane scored 2 penalties against Hoffenheim and his 10th hat-trick for Bayern Munich. Unreal. But he's not world class, apparently. We're talking about who's going to fill the boots of Harry Kane for England. I mean, he is. He's your best number 9. You can't take it away from him. Ollie Watkins not scored a goal in 9 games so far this season. He is struggling. Solanke's quiet. Delap out till December. Will it be Marcus Rashford? 81089. You can let us know your thoughts on that. It's time now for this with Nick.
It's a front page throwdown.
Oh, what a move!
The front page is first on the early sports breakfast.
talkSPORT.
You know what this means when we have these conversations about, I'm just going to go on TikTok for the rest of the day and just go down the rabbit hole and scroll and scroll and scroll. Just watch the highlights again and again.
I'm going to ask you some tricky questions in a minute.
Oh.
Just on Harry Kane, like, if he came back to the Premier League, let's say he comes back next season for Spurs.
He will.
Right? I think he might as well. But let's say that happens. To break the Premier League scoring record, he needs 48 goals to go past Shearer's 260. That means he needs at least 3 seasons. He's 32 now. He's going to have to be banging them in for 3 seasons until he's 35. I mean, Alan Shearer did something similar at the end of his career with Newcastle. I think he got about 55 goals in his last 4 seasons.
That would be the same age, right?
About the same age.
About 33,
Yeah,
35-ish.
32 to 35.
Oh, yeah.
Ian Wright as well had a couple of good seasons at the end of his career at a similar age. But apart from that, there's not really many other players who've done it. So Harry Kane would have to basically just keep going at the rate he's going to break it.
You don't lose it overnight. I mean, the fact that I get it, it's the Bundesliga.
He's lost his pace a bit.
He's doing his job.
Not that he ever had much.
Well, yeah, that's something Rooney was alluding to as well.
Yeah.
I think he could still do that job.
It's doable, but what it'll be
tough.
Anyway, sorry, we got to get into the front pages. Have you got your life together? Because I don't have mine, right?
Yeah, you do.
I absolutely do not. I'm like a swan. Maybe I like graceful on top, but underneath it's an absolute mess.
Yeah, I think I've got my life together.
This is in the Daily Star. Signs you got your life together include having pristine cupboards.
Oh, then no, my life's an absolute shambles.
Okay.
No, that's not true. My sister comes in and cleans my cupboards for me. She's got OCD.
Right.
You open my not in like a month's time, it'll be a shambles again. But see my spices cupboard.
Yeah.
You should see it.
It's
like heaven.
I got cinnamon all over the bottom of my spices cupboard.
You're a disgrace.
So I do not have my life together. A decent savings buffer.
Count my husband's. I'm married to him, so it's mine.
And keeping your emails under control.
No.
How many emails on your phone? How many emails have you got unread? bet you can't beat mine, right? Do you want to see mine? Look at that. Up here.
Oh yeah, you beat me. Okay, I thought I would have easily smashed you.
97,969.
47,232.
I got twice as many. So this is in the Daily Star.
You're twice my age.
Yeah, something like that.
No.
In the Daily Star, 10 ways to keep calm and carry on. These are tips to be successful in life. Bills paid on time, savings buffer, punctual for appointments. To be fair, I am that. A clutter-free home. Sometimes.
Yep.
Important documents filed neatly. Emails under control. No. Regular exercise, okay. To-do list up to date, remembering milestones and morning routine.
I think I do most of those things. Do you ever write a list in the morning and score it through?
I do sometimes do to-do list, but not as much as I should.
Mm-hmm.
We should all be a bit better.
The whole savings thing's a bit boring, isn't it? Like,
it's so difficult for everyone right now to save money.
Exactly. I'm like, go and enjoy yourself. Don't be the richest man in the grave.
Yeah. You got to have fun. One more question. Do you allow shoes in your house?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, really?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's like, take your shoes off coming in the house. My floors are battered.
There's a bit.
Mostly because of the kids.
There's a bit in the. Yeah, okay. I don't have kids yet. That's the difference. In the Times, there's a bit on should you take your shoes off indoors or not. Dr. Primrose Freestone from the University of Leicester says what's on your shoes will end up on your house floor. The devil is in the detail. What's been found buried in carpets includes food debris, skin cells, house dust mites, external animal fecal droppings, insects.
Stop! All right, everyone. Shoes off when you come into my house. It's a new rule.
But Lena Chirick from from UCL in London says, I wouldn't say lick your shoe, but the bottom of your shoe is okay. It's probably all right. Personally, she thinks it's a positive thing to cultivate a bit of a diverse microbiome in your home.
It was the bit about the dog poo. That was the bit where I thought, why am I not taking my shoes off? Because I actually went through it the other day when I was running, and then I definitely didn't take the shoes off when I went into the house. That's not... Yeah. Stay with us, guys. We'll stop talking about dog poo. You're listening to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT. Is your life in order? Mine clearly ain't. Coming up next, we'll look ahead to talkSPORT Breakfast. Rio Ferdinand is with Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour from 6. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome along to Early Breakfast here on talkSPORT with me, Shebahn. We've been talking about who would replace Harry Kane. Who is his current understudy? You've got a World Cup just around the corner. Who's the man? Ollie Watkins having a bit of a dry spell. He missed a penalty last night for Aston Villa against Bologna. Villa came away with a 1-0 win. Solanke's been quiet. Will it be Marcus Rashford? The floor is yours. 03717 223344. Good morning to Darren Dazzler. Good to have you with us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Who do you think is the understudy?
The understudy for Harry Kane, if he was playing in the Premier League, for me, would be Ivan Toney. And the reason why, he's a better finisher than Solanke or Ollie Watkins. And I just don't feel... I wouldn't want Solanke out there because if you look at for Spurs, he spends more time out of the box than he does in the box.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't always finish. Then you've got Ollie Watkins. When you talk about consistency, and everyone underrates Kane because of sometimes in the bigger games he hasn't done as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the bigger games you've got better players marking him. So it's also down to the whole team to create and make him not have to come back to get the ball.
Yeah, no, you make a fair point there. You do. Do you think Harry Kane, if he came back to the Premier League, would take Shearer's record?
Yes, I think he's the best striker ever. Because it's not just his goal scoring, it's what he does. It's what he does out of the box. And the other thing people forget about Kane, he didn't start scoring till end of August.
Mm-hmm.
So if you actually look at his consistency, all the seasons for Spurs, and the fact that we didn't have all these great players, and it was basically him taking the team on his own back and basically making... Look how bad Spurs were without him.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's one of the absolute best. You're right, Darren. Thank you so much. Go on. Go on.
The thing I wanted to say is, I think we underrated him because he's so quiet and he's not feisty. All the feisty strikers everyone loves. Kane is quiet. He leads by example.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think you make a very good point there this morning, Darren. Thank you so much, as ever, for picking up the phone. You can do so yourself. 03717 223344. 81089 is the text. Without Kane, England should play 4-4-2 with Bellingham off Watkins. That's to Hakeem, who sent that message. Jamie Vardy is worth a shout, says Dan. Also, Rory Delap is the best backup for Kane. Let's hope he is back and fighting fit come December. By the way, more championship action for you tonight here on the talkSPORT network. Leicester go to West Brom. The Baggies have lost the last two games and sit 7th after 6 games. Leicester have had a decent start under Marty Cifuentes. They're 4th in the table, but have drawn their last 2 games against Oxford and Coventry. Cifuentes wants to see some improvement, but knows the Hawthorns is a very tough place to go.
That's for me very important, that we play with personality. I think it's something that in some games perhaps we have not achieved this consistency, that in the last game against Coventry, I think that for many minutes I could see a team that I could recognize, a team that is closer to what we want to be. Definitely there is a lot of areas that we can still improve, but it's going to be a good test because the atmosphere, it will be demanding. We play away against a team that is not far from us in the table. And after 2 draws, you analyze the situation against Oxford, you could say, it's not the worst outcome, but on paper it's not a good result to draw away. Then at home, you expect to get a win to make this point away even better. But again, we play a decent game, but we miss the chances, we miss the last edge, and then it's suddenly only 2 points from 6. So then we need to make sure that we have a good performance and that we get the 3 points.
Marty Cifuentes there. Don't forget West Brom against Leicester's live and exclusive for you over on talkSPORT 2 this evening. 7 o'clock, Brentford versus Man United, exclusively live on talkSPORT. Lunchtime here tomorrow. All of the build-up from 11 o'clock. Game day live with Reshman Chowdhury here for you tomorrow on talkSPORT. Of course, we'll keep you on all of the goals as they happen in the Premier League, the Championship and beyond, and in the world of football. It's nearly 6 o'clock on Friday morning, which means it's nearly time for Big Alan Brazil. And he comes out with some absolute crackers, but this was an absolute beauty. He once came across a ghost cat.
It happened to me just once.
Where?
Once, Edinburgh. A cat.
Oh, yeah, I
cat
remember
at
this.
the bar.
What did the cat do to you?
It was rubbing up against my leg.
And you couldn't see
I ordered
nothing?
my drink. And then eventually I ordered the drink. And I went down to pet the cat. There was no one there. There was a guy in the corner laughing. He says, you feel the cat there? I went, aye, where's it gone? He said, there isn't.
Where was it?
In Edinburgh, the old part of Edinburgh.
And where was you in the pub?
Yeah, at the bar.
How many drinks had you had?
No, just walked in.
I thought you lying for from a different pub.
No, I didn't have any spirits. I just walked in.
Just after 12 birdies.
No, I didn't. I swear.
Where you go?
All right, see, you're an unbeliever.
I love the ghost chat with Alan Brazil. That's a cracker. Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour on the way next with a very special guest at Rio Ferdinand.